Welcome to Royal Daily Report, your #1 source for exclusive royal news and celebrity revelations. I'm your host, bringing you the stories everyone is talking about. Today's report will shock you. We're uncovering Meghan Markle's bold attempt to get close to one of the richest men on earth, Jeff Bezos. Don't forget to subscribe to Royal Daily Report for breaking news you won't find anywhere else. Let's dive into this explosive story. Oh, buckle up because this story doesn't walk. It's word from the Hollywood street says Meghan Markle has been turning her brightest smile toward none other than Jeff Bezos himself. Yes, the billionaire boss of Amazon. The man who could fund a small country if he felt like it. And Meghan, well, she's been sliding into his professional world like a woman who just remembered she used to be an actress and suddenly wants back on camera. But here's the twist. Standing right between Meghan and Jeff, like a velvet rope at the Oscars, is Lauren Sanchez. Lauren isn't just Jeff's partner. She's confident, glamorous, wildly connected, and absolutely not the type to let anyone, especially Meghan, slide her way into her territory. Sources say Lauren spotted Meghan's little sparkle show from a mile away and shut that door with a smile. So sweet, it probably stung. So now the question is, was Meghan chasing an acting opportunity? A business connection? A ladder back to A-list attention? Or maybe all three? Either way, this is where our story begins. With Meghan aiming high, Bezos being the biggest prize in town, and Lauren making sure the Duchess stays exactly where she belongs, outside the inner circle. And now, let's break this saga down chapter by chapter. If you're loving this exclusive coverage, hit that subscribe button for Royal Daily Report right now. So here's where people started whispering. Meghan didn't just take any acting offer. She took a cameo role in an Amazon-backed MGM film and played herself. Sources say this wasn't random. Hollywood executives noticed she chose Amazon, not Netflix, even though Netflix was the platform that gave her and Harry their first big documentary deal. Insiders at the studios began talking, saying that Meghan was professionally wooing Jeff Bezos. Of course, everyone added the word professionally, but they said it with the same tone someone uses when they say, "It's just a coincidence," while raising an eyebrow so high it touches the ceiling. And suddenly, Meghan was showing up in conversations, not about royals, not about charity speeches, but about why she was getting closer to Bezos, the man who owns the studio she now wanted to shine in. Hollywood noticed, Netflix noticed, Lauren definitely noticed, and Meghan, she pretended everything was totally normal. Now here's where the stakes get juicy. A rival studio insider revealed that Bezos is one of the very few people who could bankroll anything Meghan and Harry might dream up. Movies, documentaries, lifestyle brands, world domination, brunch parties, you name it. With Bezos, Meghan wouldn't just get a platform. She'd get power, funding, prestige, and a second chance in Hollywood. Another source described her choice like this. Why go back to Netflix when you can aim for the man who owns the future? And honestly, that's exactly how Meghan thinks. Because Bezos isn't just a producer. He's not just a billionaire, he's a kingmaker. But in every kingdom there is always a queen already seated. And her name is Lauren Sanchez. Stay with Royal Daily Report for more shocking revelations. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, before Meghan could even flutter her eyelashes toward Jeff Bezos' universe, there was one tiny, sparkly, diamond-studded detail she seemed to forget. Jeff is already taken, and not by just anyone. Lauren Sanchez is the woman standing at his side, and she is not some shy, invisible shadow. Oh no. Lauren is bold. She is glamorous. She is connected. She has friendships that stretch across Hollywood like a glittering spiderweb, including Bethany Frankel, who already had Meghan figured out long before the rest of the world caught on. Sources say Lauren saw Meghan's move before Meghan even made it. That's how sharp she is. And here's the real kicker. People in the industry say Meghan and Lauren have a tiny bit of similarity. They both know how to find powerful men. They both know how to dress for attention. They both know how to walk into a room like it's a runway. But here's the difference. Lauren owns it. Meghan performs it. Lauren doesn't pretend to be humble or wholesome. She sparkles openly. She embraces the spotlight. She is exactly who she is. And that confidence makes her impossible to replace. Which is why insiders whispered that Meghan will never get past Lauren. Because Lauren isn't just Jeff's partner. She's his gatekeeper, his filter, his guardrail. And Meghan trying to get close to Bezos without going through Lauren, That's like trying to sneak into a castle while the queen is standing at the drawbridge, holding the keys and smiling sweetly as she says, "Not today, darling." If Meghan thought she was going to glide into the Bezos circle, the Kardashian birthday party proved otherwise. And oh, it was a night to remember, but not for the right reasons. Harry and Meghan attended Kris Jenner's birthday celebration, and instead of floating through the evening like polished Hollywood royalty, they stuck out like a squeaky shopping cart in a luxury boutique. The photos that leaked told the story better than words ever could. There was Meghan caught clicking her fingers for service, like she was calling a butler in a palace she no longer lives in. There was Harry looking lost, like someone forgot to give him the script. And there were the other women, glowing, confident, relaxed, effortlessly glamorous, while Meghan's expression screamed, "Why is the camera catching my bad angle?" Sources say the party guests didn't warm to them. They weren't charming. They weren't magnetic. They weren't invited into the inner laughter and private toasts. They were background noise. And Meghan does not do background. This is Royal Daily Report, bringing you the truth behind the glamour. Hit subscribe now. Hollywood noticed, because Hollywood always notices, and suddenly the whispers became stronger. If Meghan couldn't win over the Kardashians, the queens of image, influence, and reinvention, how did she expect to conquer Bezos' realm? That night didn't lift her status. It lowered it, and Meghan could feel it. Now here's where things went from awkward to explosive. A Montecito source revealed that when Meghan saw the photos from the Kris Jenner party, she absolutely lost it. Not a tiny sigh, not a delicate tear, a full-on fit. Because Meghan likes to approve every image of herself that ever sees daylight. And this time she had no control. The angles were unflattering. The dress didn't do what she thought it would. The comparisons to other women, brutal. And the Kardashians, they were not amused. Word is, they were furious that Meghan and Harry's drama overshadowed Kris Jenner's celebration. This was supposed to be a night honoring the woman who practically invented modern fame, not a night centered around Meghan's camera anxiety. And here's the deeper sting. This wasn't about vanity, it was about power. Meghan built her post-royal identity on image control, the perfect lighting, the perfect pose, the perfect message. But those photos reminded her of something she cannot bear. When Meghan doesn't control the room does not choose her. And that's when the strategy shifted. The only place left to climb was Bezos. But Lauren was already watching. Keep watching Royal Daily Report for more exclusive investigations. Subscribe to stay updated. Now, at this level of society, the top shelf, the diamond tier, the private jet crowd, nothing is said loudly. Power moves travel through whispers, raised eyebrows, long glances across a gala table, and quiet conversations shared over champagne poured from bottles that cost more than a car. And in that whisper network, people reportedly began noticing Meghan positioning herself, attending the right rooms, approaching the right circles, smiling at the right moments, and angling herself where Bezos' presence or influence lingered. But here's the delicious twist. Everyone knew Lauren was watching. Not angrily, not insecurely, not panicked, just aware. Because women like Lauren don't fight loudly, they block silently. And according to sources, that's exactly what she did by making sure Meghan never got close. Enough to appear as more than a distant satellite floating outside their orbit. Hollywood felt it, billionaires felt it, and Meghan felt it most of all. In the world Meghan is trying to re-enter, power doesn't look like a crown anymore. It looks like a rocket launch, a media empire, a phone call that changes someone's future. Jeff Bezos is a kingmaker, a man who can create careers with a signature. Lauren Sanchez is the queen beside him, confident, established, socially untouchable. And Meghan, she is standing at the edge of a glittering world she can see but cannot touch. She tried Hollywood. She tried royalty. She tried Netflix. She tried the Kardashians. And now she has tried to orbit Bezos, only to find Lauren guarding the galaxy. So the world watches, not loudly, but with sharp curiosity. Will Meghan try again? Will she pivot somewhere new? Will she climb higher? Or will she slip? Because in this circle, nothing stays still. Power shifts. Alliances change. Doors open and close. And one thing is certain, this story is not ending. It's just waiting for Meghan's next move.